If anything, I hang out with my party leader quite a lot. And he's rather fond of young people. I don't know where that stereotype has come from, but I'm meeting a Raila Odinga in an age where he's super interested in young people and he's super interested in listening.
He has always been interested in younger people.
Yes.
He didn't start with you.
Therefore, that's what I'm saying. At this point, if I made a request to Mzee and told Mzee, listen, as compensation, please go and talk to number one about this. Do you think that would be something that was
let
true?
me ask this question.
Let me finish. No. Kindly let me finish Ndu's question so that let us be in order. I decided then to join a political party because I did an analysis.
Okay.
And remember, as I was saying, I've sat here before as the spokesperson of NCSPA. There were various parties. And remember, these were parties of the left. These are leftist parties, which are supposed to be the progressive parties. In looking at what they stood for and their approach and their organization, because we have to organize before we mobilize, I saw that the Orange Democratic Movement is the party that would have best allowed me.
I have to interrupt you.
Yes.
I have to interrupt you. You know, this discussion, we did not want it to be about political parties.
Yes.
For a simple reason.
Yes.
Our constitution states everybody here is a sovereign. Everyone here.
Yes.
The sovereign is supposed to be the determinant, not the determining factor, the determinant when it comes to change.
Yes.
Do we have a sovereign represented by the Gen Z who are determined and committed to change?
Yes.
Because if they are not the party.
No. I understand your question. The answer is yes.
If they are, what are the signs that they are?
City, the answer is yes. What is Morara doing? He has a party called Inject. Is that not part of the change?
This is one person.
Yeah, I'll give you a whole list. What am I doing?
I don't want a list. I don't want a list.
Yes.
He stated something that got to the heart of the matter.
Yes.
Have the Gen Z understood their role and the commitment they need to play their part?
Yes. They have.
Simple enough question.
They have.
No, they haven't.
Because you cannot answer a question with a predetermined answer. City, I have to explain.
But they haven't.
Mark, you have to give me a moment because I am the guest. City has asked a question. No, just give me a moment. Just a moment.
This is a guest who has come with determined privileges.
But no. Yes, no. But I have. Let me
take your privilege. Take your privilege.
Permit me to exercise.
So you are the guest. Please answer.
Go ahead,
Mr. City has asked a question.
Go ahead.
And asked that have the Gen Z understood? I have said yes. City has said no.
No, they haven't.
That's what I'm saying. You cannot ask a question and answer it. I will give you my perspective.
Of course,
then you can tell me because then we lose the essence.
All right,
I will explain.
Share your perspective on the reasons as to why you believe the Gen Z have prepared.
We might not be united in approach. We might not even be united in ideology, but we are united in the issues. All of us agree that corruption is a problem that bedevils this country. All of us agree that there needs to be accountability in government. All of us agree that we need good governance. That Gen Z that we are talking about, we've gone into the digital space and taken over that space like no other generation has. So it does not. We've understood our assignment because we are also the first generation that's looking to recall members of parliament this aggressively.
You're the first generation who have a constitution that allows you to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
yes.
Then we've understood our roles in the 2020 constitution.
Kasmuel and Morara, let me give you a basic question. We've got about 3 minutes. There's in strategy, there's something we call the 5 and thens. Okay, so Ruto must go, and then you answer. After you get the first answer, you ask, and then. So the chant I hear all the time, right, is Ruto must go, and then. That's my question.
It's a very simple question.
No, it's not. Okay, go. It's not simple.
Yeah,
because I want to understand the legal, economic, and constitutional journey that is needed to make that happen. Yeah.
All right. As I told you earlier, and I'll say it again, there's a difference between populists and leaders. I don't believe myself to be a populist. I believe myself to be a leader. Therefore, I identify a goal then I mobilize people towards that goal. And that is why sometimes people think I do things against the wave, because other people want to listen to the ground, hear what is popular, then work with what is popular so that they sail with the wave. Personally, usually want to see what is right.
Yes.
Then we now find a way to influence people to actually advocate and push for the right thing. And for this one, I'll agree with you. As young people, and rightfully so, we've not yet understood the problem. We've not diagnosed the problem properly. And you know, a problem that has been defined properly is half solved. You half solve a problem by defining it properly. We have defined the problem as William Ruto. We have identified the pain, but we are not identifying the source of the pain. So until we identify the source of the pain, this pain is not going away, because then we would remove President William Ruto and replace him with someone else in the same system.
Yes.
So that person will be Ruto Pro Max. There will be absolutely no difference. He'll be coming in to do things the same way. So we should fix the system, and this is something I have been trying to educate young people. That's why sometimes I'm called the civic educator, to try and bring people to the light to see that apart from the pain we are feeling, you know, it's normal as human beings to always focus on the pain. We need to realize that we have to remove this pain together with its source.
But is William Ruto really the problem?
As young people, the first thing we need to do, register as voters. We need to be willing to vote. Number two, as young people, we need to be willing to take positions of leadership. Otherwise, we become complainers, but we do not become problem solvers.
How would you say it,
Because
Kasmuel?
you see the problem with this leader, but how willing are you to step in and vote this leader out, or be voted in to replace this leader? So we have 8 million people that did not vote. 22 million voters, 14 million people voted, 8 million people did not vote, and 70% of them were young people. We have about, by 2027, we'll have about 7 million more young people that were eligible to vote and never registered to vote, and that will be eligible to vote. So these people need to get on board and become voters and decision makers, and be willing to exercise that decision for it to change their lives at the ballot.
Very quickly with you, Kasmuel, because our time is up.
All right. I think when I said this is a very simple question, it indeed is a simple question that we want to pose it as a fake deep question. Let Kenyans start voting for policies and not personalities. We've seen this time without number, where the Kenyan has consistently gone to the ballot box and voted 6-piece. They voted against an individual. And this is the same thing, the same mistake we're going to repeat in 2027, where people, and that's why I was saying even the framing of the question is perennially wrong. It cannot be Ruto. It cannot, because we will go to the ballot to vote against Ruto. So it will be any other, and we've seen people saying, if a chicken runs against Ruto, the chicken will win. If an unvaccinated cow runs against Ruto, the cow will win. If we still think about personalities, we will fail. But if we think about policies, that's one. But two, let us also stop weaponizing churches. For far too long, the NCIC has been silent on certain issues, and now the pulpit has become nothing but desecrated. But three, we also cannot have this legislative capture that we usually see. Parliament cannot just be serving at the behest of the executive. We also have to have judicial reforms. These are things which do not even need us to give much of a shock. We just need to follow the constitution, which I have consistently been saying that my party fought for. If we focus on constitutionalism, the party that is ODM, if you focus on constitutionalism, we will solve all these problems. And Mzee, by the way, is going to become the AUC chair. We shall go to Addis Ababa.
Let's do close the show.
I wish we had more time, but it's good to have both of you here in the studio this morning. Morara Kabaso and Kasmuel Morara.